What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. Today is a very, very exciting day for me, personally. I mean, you guys have to wait one more day for this, but I've used a little bit of YouTube privilege. I've slid in the developers of Sledders DMs, and I've managed to get access to, I guess, like a special dev build of this game a day before it launches on Steam. So you will be watching this on the 4th of December, and the game officially comes out on the 5th of December. There's a few updates within this, which I don't have patch notes. Personally, I don't know all of the changes that have happened between the last video I done on this game and this, but there is one reason in particular why I wanted to get my hands on this early. Besides the new HUD that you can see in the menu, which I have to say is much, much prettier than the original one. There's going to be no multiplayer games for me today because I think, one of the only people on this build so far. But then hopefully on the 5th, we might do a little bit of a live stream. I think that could be some good fun. Get some public lobbies going. Same old stuff, you can change your vehicle, you can change your outfit. Options is a little bit more like refined now, so you can change all of your button layouts. If you want to use keyboards, you can do that. Change your graphics, so on and so forth. However, there is one reason in particular today that I wanted to get my hands on this game early, and I'm probably going to need to turn this down a bit because it'll probably be quite loud in my ears, and I will turn it down with the power of editing.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
If I spawn in here and I load up the map, you'll see, why has Lynn's got so many markers over in this corner of the map here? Well, in case you didn't know, and please feel free to note this location down on the map whenever you load up in Woodlands, kind of over here in this kind of vicinity, I have a marker set right here. If I go to this marker, we've got some damn Snocross. I am so happy for this. It seems like a lot of my community was really wanting Snocross to be put into this game, and we've got it. They have delivered. I think I am one of them people that, whilst I like the free roam aspect of this game and the whole sandbox nature of it, and it's fun, but for a limited time. It's more fun if you have a massive group of friends to play. However, at the moment, it's kind of just me, myself, and I. And then if I make some public lobbies with you guys, then that will completely change. But for my community, if you're unfamiliar with who I am and my channel, we're on the motocross side of things, and we like racing more. So to have something like this, where you could then set up with some people and get some races going, really, really exciting stuff. Now, I have run like 1 or 2 runs of each side of this just to work out what's what and even try and find it in the first place, because I didn't get given notes. It wasn't like, oh, by the way, the Snocross is over here, go in this direction. There was none of that. It was just me, myself, and I. What we're going to do, however, is just try and ride around a little bit and work out if we can make some sort of track from this. And we've got some mogul sections, which is quite cool. If I go, I mean, we're just going to have to try and send this. I have no idea what's on the other side of this jump. That was actually really, really clean. I'm quite surprised by that. But one thing that I couldn't figure out, which you'll see the predicament as I get to it in a second, possibly, once we go through these like rolling waves here, try and jump out. I then think that I end up facing the wrong way. Excuse me. So if I spawn up here again, you'll see it. Can you see? Oh, you can't really see a cursor on screen at all. So if I point, there's 2 like banners, I guess you could say, markers. So there's a Sledders banner on the left, Sledders banner on the right. Actually, you can't see that. My face is covering it. There you go. And I think they both go ahead. It's not like a loop that you can go around on. I think if you set a marker here, you can then choose to go on each side of the track as you desire. Possibly. I think there's probably going to be some people making up some quite imaginative courses on here, which I'm really excited for. It'd be cool to see what kind of tracks people can come up with themselves. However, right now, bearing in mind I've only spent 5 minutes on this, I can't make out a definitive course in my head. But that might come. That might come in the future. You never know. Some of these jumps, a little bit difficult to get over. Please land that. Somebody help me. I am under the snow. It's a little bit difficult in some places to get some like good flow and rhythms going, but I think there's so much possibility, and this is, I honestly believe, just the beginning of this sort of thing. It wouldn't surprise me if in the future we have full-on like race courses that have fully marked out, all flagged out, so you know where to go. Wouldn't surprise me if there was a individual system within the game that you can actually set races to happen. So you'll start at the same time, you have a certain number of laps, and that really excites me as a racer, somebody who enjoys the racing aspects of games like this. And don't get me wrong, this is not trying to take a dookie on the people that enjoy the free riding aspect of this game, because that's what this game is the majority of. It's what it's based on, and I think it'll always be here as well. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think they'll continue to work and improve upon these aspects of the game too, and it'll be nice to just have them kind of working side by side. Now I'm going to just go over here for a second because I want to spin around and see if we can hit this jump. I will admit, I've been quite enjoying playing in third person at the moment for stuff like this, just so I can kind of see what's over the jump and see what's coming up next, so I can prepare for it. Oh my god, that was huge. Okay, I want to do that again, but I want to set a marker. Right, so if I zoom in here, we're going to set a spawn point right there. Lovely stuff. And now hopefully we should be able to get enough speed to get up and over this. I think I shut off a little bit. I was scared of going too fast, but here we go. First person, wide open. Going to lean off the back of it as much as we can. Yo, yeet! Oh, we got it. It's good. Maybe not so good. Maybe not quite so clean as I thought it was going to be. I've noticed, at least I feel like they've changed the way that you crash in the game since last time I played this. It feels a bit easier to crash now. Like before, it would only really be if you was going to hit a tree, but now it can be like if you're over jumping something. You know, if you're landing flat, if you're after jumping off the top of a mountain, crying out loud, you can jump, which, you know, makes sense. Unless we're all rocking like the sturdiest legs in the planet, it does make sense. One thing that I've had no discussion with the devs other than being given access to this, so I have no idea what their kind of like roadmap's like, what their future plans are, what their the very next thing they're working on is. It might be nice if when it comes to Snocross like this, if the area's snow wasn't quite as deep, because it does sap your power a lot, and like the deeps, like ruts that you dig, or are they called ruts on snowmobiles? I'm so sorry, I'm so ignorant when it comes to all things like snowmobiling, because I've just never done it. It's not something that I've ever been involved in personally. I have no clue of all the correct terminology. I believe, like, even down to the actual sleds themselves in game, there's a bunch of different names for the sleds, which I think are kind of like a play on words of the real life brands and even stuff like that. I don't know every type of like snowmobile brand there is out there, so again, I do apologise if any of you dedicated sledding people see some of this and like, oh, what is he on about? What's he talking about? I'm just a guy from the UK. You know, we don't snowmobile here. We really don't. So to be able to play it in video game form, actually really good fun. And I can't lie, if ever I'm sitting here like quite late at night and I've got nothing else to do, I just want to kind of put some music on and just play a game with no real like goal in mind to just play, then this is kind of what I've been hopping on for the time being. It's really good fun, and I think it's going to be very exciting once this game has been out for 6 months to a year to see just how far the development process has taken it. And I think there's a bunch of people that share that same opinion as me. There's a lot of people that keep asking to see more and more videos on this, and I'm happy to bring them. You know, as long as the content is being updated and the stuff is there to play, then by all means, I'm more than happy to do so. Outside of this Snocross, I'm not sure too much on what's different from what I showed you in the last video. I didn't see any new sleds, at least from the version that you get if you pay for the game on Patreon, but this will be out on the 5th of December. I believe they said it's going to be $25 upon full release, which I think is absolutely fine. You know, it doesn't seem like too much at all, especially in the early days of the game, just to help it like through its development process. But just sitting here and looking out over like, all the jumps, like this is what I expected when I very first got the game, and I feel like I lack a little bit of creativity sometimes. So when it comes to making up my own lines or trying to hill climb, and I feel like I lack in that area. So I kind of follow everybody else's lead to see what they're doing. This is probably completely the wrong way, but I want to see if you can hit this jump backwards. You can. You actually overjump it backwards. You can also break through the fences here. If let me go in third person. Let's try and find an easy fence to hit. Please turn. There we go. And hang on a sec. Have you got to be going a certain speed to break through them? Maybe that's not been implemented in this build. I saw a clip in the Discord that one of the devs posted of them actually breaking through the wooden fencing here. So either I'm not hitting them fast enough, I'm not hitting them in the right place, or the build that I'm on hasn't got that feature implemented just yet. But I promise, I'm not lying. I promise it's there. I really do promise that. So don't take me as a liar. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's real. It's real. Oh my god. Do a flip. Also, the sled feels a lot more, I guess, like maneuverable in the air now. Like you can do front flips and back flips with a fair amount of ease. I have no clue how difficult it is to backflip a sled IRL. I imagine it's easier to backflip though than it is to front flip one of them. The whole like gyroscopic effect when you're in the air, whether you're accelerating to get the front to come up or braking to get the front to drop down, is very, very powerful. I don't know if that is something that will be touched upon in the future. Again, having never ridden one, I can only go off of what I imagine it would feel like rather than what it does actually feel like. But you guys can let me know in the comments. I'm always open to hearing some experienced opinions as well. How difficult is it? I imagine it's not very easy to bring the front down, but it's probably a bit easier to bring the front up. But yeah, no idea in that regards. But this is really, really fun. I'm very, very happy that they've kind of like listened to people, and I will say that the dev's been really, really nice. Now, they've messaged me a couple of times now asking like if they can use my videos on like the Steam page. You know, when you see it's when you go on Steam and you load up a game, it says like developers broadcast. They've been putting some like my videos in there. They put some other YouTube creators' videos in there as well. They're doing like a spotlight feature as well, and I think at the moment they've got someone on TikTok just asking him questions and how he came to make content on Sledders 2. And they have asked me if I want to be in that also, and I said, yeah, 100%. So I'm just waiting to see what those questions might be. But this is a really, really, like, it's open. It's like a new world for me. I think that's the best way of wording it. As someone who has never had any interest in looking into this stuff before, the only experience that I had with sledding is watching Snocross stuff, if ever it come up on like my YouTube recommended in the actual races that they do. That's all of the experience that I had. So it's really nice just discovering something new, and hopefully if anyone is like new to the channel but has come from the sledding community, maybe you'll be interested in seeing like some of the motocross side of things that we have here as well, because I am predominantly motocross based, and I'm not sure what it is about this game that stands out to me so much, but it's just a lot of good fun. So I just wanted to, I guess, show off one of the main new features for when this game releases properly, and hopefully you can all enjoy it as much as I do. Again, if you load up the map, I think this is your spawn. You spawn down here, so if you just move your cursor up diagonally to the right, it's in this little area around here. So yeah, feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, whatever it is you want to do, and you can set your markers and go to them over and over and over again. I spent maybe like 30 minutes loading up the various different maps, trying to find where it was. But you know what done it for me? I saw a picture in the Discord of them literally like sitting here, but it was at a particular angle. And I saw that one mountain up there. So what I've done is I've circled around the map, trying to find the spot where I can see that mountain from that angle. And then finally, I was so happy when I saw the banners appear. But definitely, the devs deserve a bit of a round of applause for this, because this is really, really good fun, and it's nice seeing them kind of work so quickly on it as well. I feel like they're pretty fast when it comes to updating at the moment, so I'm very excited for the future of this game, and hopefully you are too. And if you enjoyed this video, then by all means, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. I think I've had enough of breaking my legs for today. My guy probably has just wants me to get off of it by now, but yeah, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.